What is the most important part of a video game? When I ask that question, the first thing you think of might be enjoyability, or maybe immersion, or even how good the competitive scene is. And while these are all completely valid, they each rely on a bunch of separate factors like graphics, controls, and of course audio. Now, those of you with a keen eye might have spotted that this video is actually about audio. What are the odds? And this is because it plays such an important role in almost every video game. From Tetris to Undertale to the masterpiece that is Garfield Kart, sound plays a huge role somewhere down the line. Immersion is one of the main reasons as for why people want to play a video game. Be it an action-adventure game, a horror game, or a relaxing farming game, and immersion is something that can easily be broken. A gameplay glitch or graphical error can really interrupt the flow of the game. This is of course also true for sound. In a high-intensity action sequence, you don't really want to be listening to a slow and relaxing song. As an example, let's look at two different games but switch their audio. It doesn't really work, does it? In fact, sound fitting with the rest of the game can have an even bigger impact on things like horror games. Generally, the lack of sound is what makes these the eeriest. It's what adds like 50% of the anxiety when playing the game, because every other sound you hear becomes much more intense and impactful, which is why these jump scares are so frightening. It goes beyond just music too. Voice acting is really important to the story. If you want players to actually care about the characters and the narrative, you need to make the characters seem like they give a shit too.
Huh? What? Tails? Watch out! You're gonna crash! Ah!
I mean, it sounds like Sonic would prefer to be doing literally anything else here. One of my favourite examples of great voice acting has to be Handsome Jack in Borderlands 2. I really hate Handsome Jack throughout this game, and I also really love him too.
Hey, how did Sparkle suck? How's your day been, buddy? We haven't really talked much since I left you for dead. Hey, you think you'll freeze to death out there? No, probably not. Bandits will get you first. My day? Been pretty good. Just bought a pony made of diamonds. Yeah, because I'm rich. So, you know, that's cool. Goodbye.
His dialogue and the way it's spoken is somehow hilarious and loathsome at the same time, and you fully understand that he's this narcissistic sociopath that you both never want to team up with, yet are always so happy to hear more lines from. That is good voice acting. The general enjoyability can also be ruined or enhanced by audio. Even in some of my favourite games, there are sounds that make me want to smash my head against the wall. Like in the old Pokemon games where the low health sound effects would just constantly play. And this issue was fixed in future games to the point where people loved the low health music that played in Gen 5. Satisfying sound effects can really help make laborious tasks feel less brain destroying, while annoying sound effects can make a game like Pac-Man look like Pac-Man 2. Seriously, what on earth is this game? This is also true with video game soundtracks. If you listen to the Mario Galaxy soundtrack and don't feel this immense joy inside, then I'm so sorry to be the bearer of bad news, but you are in fact dead inside. There are games that I still think about to this day purely because of their soundtracks, and so do you. Tetris, Super Mario Bros, that one song from Undertale, all of these soundtracks are so recognisable that if they were re-releasing the games to this day, all they would have to do is make an advert that plays the music with some text in Comic Sans that says, "Buy this game" with the release date. There's even an argument to be made that sound is a big factor in the competitive scene in video games. From smart pings to the noises that play when an enemy uses their ultimate, it would be twice as hard to play a competitive match in most games with the sound off. Trust me, I tried when my headphones broke yesterday. So as a bit of advice to video game developers from some random on the internet, your soundtrack matters, please be careful when picking out your sound effects, and for the love of Christ, please don't do whatever this is.
Now, what am I gonna do with you?